Hello pilots and welcome to Season 4 of Flight Academy, brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming. As always, my name is Phil. Full format rules and lists are in the description below, and you can see all the lists in the video linked in the top right hand corner of the screen now. But joining me for the first semi-final of Season 4 we have...
James. It's the semi-final, but I'm all here.
You are indeed all here, and it is going to be a good one. We have an interesting matchup. We've got Ben.
Speaking of being here, you're playing.
I made it to the top
semi-finals,
which at one point was looking very unlikely. I'm not going to lie. I didn't have a great start in the Swiss, but I pulled it back later.
I think that's what I like about Swiss. You know, you can afford those losses. When it becomes knockout, the anxiety can get quite high, especially when you're playing against a list like Ben's.
Yeah, Ben himself as well is a very good player, but it's in a very, as you can see, a very aggressive list. That's 5 forwards straight off the bat.
Also, an interesting setup at the start from Ben, being at a bit of an angle. I wonder if that's maybe trying to get around you arc dodging a little bit. Also, maybe get some more distance. I'd be curious to see what he was thinking with it.
Yeah, it's something he's definitely favoured throughout this, and again, being I6s, it really gives him the opportunity to go, right, you're there, I can set up perfectly and do what I want and know exactly what he's going to do. And given that Ben is coming into this as the Season 1 champion and having an 8-0 record in the Swiss with 13 kills out of 16, he's clearly knows what he's doing.
I was going to say, can you remind me who won in in the Swiss round between you? But it sounds like it was Ben.
Yeah, he kind of beat me. It was a very tricky one. I got in an awkward position where I wanted to heighten perception Quickdraw, but knew that would just give him 2 opportunities to shoot at me. It was a very tough one. I mean, I have a chance
to learn from your mistakes here, though.
Yes, absolutely, and I got a chance to study pretty much all of his games whilst editing them. So we'll see if that actually helps. But I mean, I managed a 5-3 record through Swiss with 6 ship kills in total, which I'm quite happy with. It got me 3rd in Swiss, and a nice dance with Ben in the semi-finals. And it looks like I am doing a little bit of dancing with my ships, trying to be a bit
little bit of rock. Or is that debris?
That's a debris there.
Debris. A little bit of debris, just to give you a bit of cover. Although
I think that's a good angle there.
I think he has a shot, but it will be through that rock probably. We just said it was debris.
It'll be through that obstacle. But it's such a good position because look at where they both are. Just being able to concentrate on their shots. And
I mean, you're both flying your ships very close together. Maybe Ben is even closer together than the Jedi.
I mean, Ben has to be very careful. Oh no, that's not actually obstructed.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, due to where the arc is, the closest to closest is, but you still have to follow that arc line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not... I don't like that very much because Midnight's Lock is just a pain. Absolute utter pain.
Yes. Although at least Quickdraw will definitely be obstructed.
Yeah, Quickdraw definitely
obstructed. I don't know if you're going to be returning fire.
I am trying to swivel in my seat to see.
It's going to be close for...
Addy might be able to catch Quickdraw.
And now would be a good time to knock out a Quickdraw shield because you've got a bit more defense going for you.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Ben is going aggressive.
I mean, he didn't have anything on the dice, and he can always get another lock.
Yep, that's an elusive
with
roll.
Your green dice doing that, that is good for Ben, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Fortunately, it was only a Magpulse Warhead, so it was only 1 crit. There's a shield down, but it does mean that I am jammed and depleted.
Oh.
Which, for a Delta 7, you don't really want to be depleted.
No, I mean, the jam isn't too bad at this point because you don't actually have any tokens to lose.
Oh,
but yeah, the deplete
not
is
nice.
not fun. That's not fun either.
Double crit, and it's a double console fire.
Oh no, and now you're on 1 health, you can only fix one of them.
But first one killed
and
me.
then you engage anyway. Oh,
oh this is
wow.
This is going just as bad as my first game.
What an opening from Ben, though.
Such brutality in there, and in the first game he took out Obi-Wan first, so he thought he'd mix it up a little and go for
I guess so. It's interesting though, because he didn't have to reposition to get that shot.
No.
So actually having initiative
didn't really...
Actually, well, no, it did, because the console fire was what killed you. And if he hadn't shot first, the console fire would be happening the following round.
Yeah, and I mean, if it was Obi-Wan, I could have used heightened perception, which would have meant that console fire wasn't really going to play a part. But
that's true.
Again, Annie doesn't have heightened perception. She had foresight, which, in hindsight, is probably an upgrade I wouldn't take in future, because I think I triggered it once throughout all 9 games so far.
That's the sort of force version of Snapshot, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought it might... I think that kind of card works if you've got more ships with it. If it's just the one...
You're thinking in the list building. It's like, well, they're going to be flying at me at some point.
Oh, there's all the evades I wanted earlier.
Hey, there's Obi-Wan.
My dice do have evades on there.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean... my thinking when I put the list together is like, foresight, we're probably going to be getting into the melee quite quickly. Am I 5? It's likely they're going to move in front of me. I'll get a cheeky shot, and then I can do my move and reposition after.
Oh, going for the boost.
Yes.
Interesting for when they haven't moved yet. I always feel like I tend to just go really slow when I'm up against ships that can reposition and are higher initiative.
Part of my thinking was I wanted to make it as hard as possible for Midnight to get round at me. If I hadn't have boosted Midnight, I might have been able to sneak a shot.
Question is, have you sacrificed a shot to avoid a shot?
Yeah. Which is a potential issue. And I just want to point out that Obi-Wan doesn't have 4 force. I hit the wrong button and it went up instead of down. So he has only got 2 at the moment.
I mean, in the game, you would only spend the amount of tokens you've got on the table anyway, so...
Yeah. Oh, there's a bump there, and that looks like we will be having shots going either way.
Range 0.
And spending a force to
I guess if you can knock out some shields at range 0 on Quickdraw, that's also a pretty good time to do it.
Yeah, but it would appear that I did nothing. Not a great.
And now no ships are stressed, and Midnight has a lot of room to maneuver around and come in.
Midnight
losing Adigalia that early, and it's already a massive uphill battle for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It rocked me quite hard that losing her. I was just like, oh. Okay, I haven't even got out of the starting blocks, and again, I'm down to 1 ship against these 2. I mean, I think 1 ship versus... I'd be fairly comfortable with a few of the lists that we came up against. Some would be a bit more of a challenge, but this one is just an incredibly tough ask.
Yeah, Midnight, strong duo.
And that is the shields down on Obi-Wan. I mean, at this point, we have had the points update as well, so...
Well, we have, but you didn't at the time of...
We didn't at the time. We didn't at the time of recording the game, but at the time of recording the commentary for this, the points update has come in, and I'm happy to say I'll never face this combination ever again because they just can't field that much.
It's always interesting when the points come out and something has changed so dramatically. Like, yeah, that makes sense. That was really strong to go up against.
Yeah,
And then
I
you
was actually
and you go, oh, this has all become much cheaper. I guess I was playing at a handicap.
Yeah, I think First Order were in a very good position. They've been hit loadout-wise quite
it's
hard.
difficult to say because the points literally just came out as we're recording it, so we'll have to wait and see.
I'm hoping to get a few games in next week just to see what I can do. It's always that teething stage of writing new lists where the points have come out, you just don't quite know what to do.
Do you tweak something you already had, or do you just go, right, let's just start anew and figure it out? But now Obi-Wan is trying to figure out how to live, I think.
Well, he's gone with heightened perception just to go...
I mean, that is a good idea. If you can get some good crits in.
Only 2 at the moment. Oh, it's just the 1 shield.
Oh, that's on Quickdraw, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the ideal scenario.
Oh, it's range 1 from Quickdraw with a focus. Oh, no.
There's some evades in there. Oh, having to spend a force. Oh.
Yeah. And now Quickdraw takes her regular shot. Oh, but staying with Midnight, I think, was a finger pointing there. Yep.
I think that's a good idea. Take that longer range shot, see if you can strip a force or just 2 hull. One of which is... Oh no, sorry, 1 damage, but it was a Panic Pilot. And it was a Magpulse Warhead. So I'm also depleted, and that's my other target lock gone. It's sad times.
Feels unnecessary at this point, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, Obi-Wan's pretty much already dead. And...
Is that it?
Is Obi-Wan dead?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well played, Ben. You gauged the opening engagement so well that you got around that bit of debris and just destroyed Aligalia.
Yeah,
and then 2v1 against these ships. It was going to be very impressive if you pulled that back.
It was a very tough game. Yeah, well done, Ben. That puts him on a 9-0 record, and he is our first finalist.
I mean, can anyone take him down? Is he going to get all the way to the finals undefeated and then lose?
I mean, he managed to go undefeated in season 1, so he definitely likes to play it as solidly as possible. But it was a great list that he brought along there. Be really interesting to see who our second finalist is and how Ben or they do against each other. I mean, Ben is clearly the one to beat because no one's managed it so far. But James, thank you very much for joining us for semi-final 1. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was good.
And guys, thank you very much for watching. Semi-final 2 and the 3rd place and final are coming very soon. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.